In this episode, Auditor Colin is recording from a public pavement when an officer approaches with a less than professional attitude. What begins as simple tension quickly escalates once Colin calmly asserts his rights and asks the officer to step back. Instead of respecting the law, the officer responds with threats of arrest, demands for ID, and a clear disregard for proper conduct. It's a moment that shows exactly how authority can be misused when ego takes control.
I'm not your mate.
Because that's what we're filming for.
No.
Huh?
No, you can't.
I'm just talking to you.
You're not.
That's what you're filming these buildings for.
You're not just talking to me. I don't want to talk to you.
Okay. Well, why are you filming in this public place?
You've just answered your own question. See you later.
Well, not really, because I'm talking to you, aren't I?
You're not talking to me because I'm not talking to you.
Okay, I just want to know why you're filming this property here, because this bit's not public, is it? It's private. Why are you filming it?
Do you mind getting away from me?
Hey?
Do you mind getting away from me?
You've got plenty of space to move around.
Yeah, and you're the one with guns and weapons all over you.
Okay, well, I'm just talking to you, aren't I?
You're not talking to me, I've told you.
Okay, well, just be careful what you're filming, mate, alright?
What do you mean by that?
Because that's private property.
So what?
So if you're filming into people's private property, okay, you could be committing offences.
What
right?
offence?
From the very start, the officer weakens his own position by questioning why someone would film in a public place. As the auditor rightly explains, the answer is simple. Filming in a public space is entirely lawful. Yet the situation quickly shifts from questionable to absurd when the officer suggests it could be a criminal act. The claim is not only serious but completely misplaced. The law in question applies strictly to recording private acts in private settings without consent. Nothing remotely close to this scenario. Hey, the auditor was simply filming the exterior of a business premises, visible to anyone passing by, not invading anyone's privacy. To suggest otherwise reveals either a lack of understanding of the law or an attempt to intimidate someone who was acting entirely within their rights.
Someone's private property, I don't think it's funny, because you're alarming people in this area, aren't you? There's members of the public that are getting quite alarmed by your filming.
Don't make anything up here.
I'm not making anything up. There's members of the public getting alarmed by your filming. You're filming in a public place at other people's property. So they're getting quite concerned about it.
And
so
it's not against the law. I haven't broken any laws. Now once again, get lost.
Don't tell me to get lost. Alright, I'm in a public place. You don't speak to me like...
The irony couldn't be more obvious or more embarrassing. The very officer who tried to criminalize the auditor for filming in a public space suddenly insists on his own right to be there the moment is challenged. You can't have it both ways. Public spaces come with equal rights for everyone, not selective ones for authority figures. When officers misuse their position while still trying to claim those same rights for themselves, all they really do is expose the weakness of their argument and reinforce the strength of the auditor's stance.
Social behaviour, won't it?
Right, there's no good outcome of me talking to you, so I'm not going to be talking to you.
Well, I'm talking to you. So now you're committing antisocial behaviour. I want your name and address. You can film me, mate. You've committed antisocial behaviour. You can stay there now. Telling me to get lost, filming like that, and you're alarming members of the public. Under
filming
Section
like
50,
what filming have you
under
seen
Section 50, the Police Reform Act 2002,
have you seen me do?
are required to give me a name and address.
What film have you seen?
Under Section 50, under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, I'm requiring you to give me a name and address. If you refuse to do so, I've just told you.
What do you want my details for?
If you refuse to do so, because you're committing antisocial behaviour.
Invoking Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, the officer claims that the auditor telling him to get lost amounts to antisocial behavior and demands personal details. This is a textbook example of legislation being distorted to fit an agenda. Section 50 is clear. Officers can only require someone's name and address if they reasonably believe that person has engaged in conduct likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress to members of the public. A heated remark directed at an officer during a disagreement may be impolite, but it is not inherently antisocial, especially when no members of the public are present.
Police officers to get lost, you're committing antisocial behaviour.
I don't like your approach to me.
Okay, I'm only talking to you.
You're not. I don't want to talk to you.
And I'm recording you as much as you are me. Okay,
so
I'm asking you to give me your name and address under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002.
What are you going to do with those details?
If you don't give it me, I'm going to arrest you under that act.
All right, and if under the threat of arrest, my name's Matt Williams.
I'm not threatening you with arrest, I'm explaining it to you.
You just threatened me with arrest.
It's not a threat, let me explain it to you.
So take my details.
Okay, name and address then, mate, yeah?
Matt Williams.
Is it Matt or Matthew?
Matthew.
1 T or 2?
2.
Williams. Is it Williams?
Yes. How can you regard me taking a video from a public street as antisocial behaviour?
When I've tried to speak to you, you've told me to get lost.
I've told you multiple times I didn't want to talk to you.
You keep pointing your camera, alarming members at public. There's people over there looking at you, and you're filming people, so you're causing harassment.
Are you saying they're alarmed?
Okay.
Are those people alarmed?
So you are causing harassment.
Are you seriously telling me those people are alarmed?
You can film me all you like, mate.
Are you seriously telling me those people over there are alarmed?
You're concerning people, and you're pointing it at a busy road.
So what?
In this case, the law is being stretched beyond recognition, turning it into a tool of pressure and intimidation rather than legitimate policing. Next voice. When the auditor challenges him, the officer suddenly shifts his story, claiming the filming is alarming members of the public. But the reality is obvious. People are simply arriving and entering the building without a word. No one stops. No one complains. No one even reacts. The officer is using their silent presence as a prop to fabricate grounds for a Section 50 demand. Knowing there's no actual offense, he tries to invent one by suggesting others are somehow affected. And when that fails, he falls back on the vaguest excuse of all: you're filming a busy road. As if that, in itself, were threatening. It's a manipulative tactic that completely undermines the principle of evidence-based policing.
Does it?
Well, I told you not to talk to me in the first place, yet you persisted and harassed me.
I have to, don't I? It's not harassment, mate, is it? When I'm
don't call me mate, I am not your mate.
It's a colloquial term.
No, it ain't. Not with me, it ain't.
Do you have any identification on you?
No.
Have you got anything where I can prove your identification?
No.
Well, I don't know you are who you say you are then, do I? So how can I clarify you are who you say you are? How can I clarify that if you've got no ID on you? You've not got a bank card or anything like that?
I'm not obliged to carry any ID, am I?
No, you're not, but I need to confirm you are who you say you are.
I've just told you who I am. What's come up on your computer there?
On my computer, lots and lots of Matthew Williams.
At my address?
Not at your address, at lots of different addresses. I can't find one at your address right now because it's come up with lots and lots of different ones. If you give me a date of birth, I might be able to find you a bit quicker.
You've made up an absolute load of rubbish here.
I haven't, mate. It's all recorded.
Me, video recording on a street, filming that interesting building over there is not antisocial behaviour.
It is the way you've spoken to me though, isn't it?
This is the moment where the officer's ego overrides his duty. By admitting that he invoked Section 50 solely because the auditor told him to get lost, he reveals not strength but a clear misuse of power. Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002 was created to address genuine antisocial behavior that causes harassment, alarm, or distress to the public, not to hand officers a tool for punishing disrespect. If a dismissive remark now qualifies as grounds for ID demands and threats of arrest, then this is no longer about enforcing the law. It's about authority being used as a weapon, edging dangerously close to authoritarianism.
All I've done is approach you, and that's why you're filming.
What, and you don't like being told to get lost after I've told you loads of times I don't want to talk to you? What station are you out of?
Me, I work at Cotton Lane Police Station on response. Okay, mate, let's have a look.
No, don't call me mate.
Okay, you just called me mate a minute ago. You said you don't like that term, but you've just used it.
When did I call you mate?
Just now. Just now, when you pointed down there, you called me mate. So it's kind of contradictory, isn't it?
Well, don't call me mate.
Okay, no worries, there's no marks on you or anything, you don't want to do anything. All I'd ask is just be, you know, when people are driving traffic around on a busy road and that's actually a private building, just be careful where you're filming. If you want to film in public, that's fine, okay? But pointing your camera into a private building...
No, it's obviously not fine, because you come sticking your nose into what I'm doing.
You're being rude again, aren't you? There's no need to be rude, I'm only talking to you.
Well, you don't need to tell me.
Stop getting all aggressive then.
The officer's response here is full of contradiction and arrogance. After approaching without cause and escalating the situation, he tries to downplay his behavior by saying, "You don't need to be rude. I'm just talking to you." But this was far from a polite conversation. He inserted himself into a lawful activity, cast suspicion without reason, and treated the auditor's basic right to film as if it were a threat. When the auditor pushes back, rightly so, The officer immediately casts himself as the victim. It's a classic deflection. Provoke a reaction, then criticize it to regain control. The irony is clear. He was confrontational from the start. Yet the moment he's asked to step back, suddenly it's all about rudeness.
Am I aggressive? I'm not aggressive.
Clenching your teeth,
I haven't raised my hands.
clenching your teeth and speaking aggressively.
You're making absolute rubbish up now.
All recorded, mate.
You're making rubbish up.
All I'm doing is giving you some advice, Matthew, okay?
I don't
Just
want
be
your
careful where
advice.
you're pointing the camera.
I don't want your advice. I don't need your advice.
I'm quite sure if someone's pointing a camera in your house, you wouldn't like it. So just be careful where you're pointing that camera, okay? Don't go filming people's private property.
From this public street, I will point this camera wherever I want.
All right, no, well, not in people's private property, you won't. All right, or we'll be speaking again, won't we? Okay, take the advice or not, it's up to you. All right, thanks for your time.
The officer's final attempt to justify his actions, comparing the situation to someone pointing a camera into a private home, is not only flawed reasoning, it's a desperate and misleading analogy. The auditor was not filming anyone's private residence. He was on a public pavement recording the exterior of a commercial building. There is a significant legal and ethical difference between invading a private home and filming a business from public land. In fact, the law explicitly protects the right to record anything visible from a public space, something the officer is well aware of. Yet, instead of following the law, he chose to misapply it to intimidate the auditor.